Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm a little afraid of today's video. Normally when I do these introductions, I'm always very excited, I'm pumped, I'm ready to go, I'm so excited to be filming for you guys, but today is probably one of the first ones where I'm just a little bit nervous. And that is because, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be testing out products that I bought from the dollar store. Luckily, I did find a few brands that I've heard of before and have tested out some of their other items before, so that made me feel a little bit better when I was there. But some of the items, some of the brands I hadn't tried, really just heard of before or tried, anything like that. So a little nervous for that, but this is what the end result is right here. So hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what we are in for coming up. So I hope you guys all stay tuned, because without further ado, let's test those products out and come up with this. First up is the BB cream. Now, they didn't really have foundation, they had powders, and they had these types of creams, and then they had that was about it, actually. That was about it. So I figured the closest thing I can get to a real foundation, because I'm not really big into the powder foundations, is this BB cream. And it is by Sassy+Chic, and I got it in just kind of the lightest medium shade. There's only 4 shades that you could choose from, and it was either paper white, pale, kind of light medium, and then dark. So we'll see how that goes. You're supposed to apply this with your fingertips, so guess that's what we're gonna do. And it says it's a multitasking formula that blurs the imperfections and moisturizes the skin, and it's for all skin types. This is probably, this and like the mascara, eyeliner stuff is probably what I'm the most afraid of, because my skin is so sensitive. I really hope this doesn't make me break out. I hope, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna apply this, and we're gonna do it as it said with our fingertips. It's gonna start dabbing it on, and oh, this feels so wrong. It feels so wrong, you guys. And not in that it's so wrong yet so right kind of thing. No. I don't know if you guys can see a difference on camera, but to me, I can't really see a difference other than the shine. Look at that shine. And I was just trying to look on here to see if it's what said, oil or anything like that, because when I put it on, it just felt like sunscreen, and it was kind of greasy and thicker than like regular lotion, and it just smeared around, and I really hope this doesn't break me out, and I kind of can't wait to get it taken off. So I'm just gonna hold on to my happy place, and we're gonna try the next product. Okay, so I'm gonna try to let that set in, and I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but while it does that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to eyeshadow. Now, this is one of the other brands that I hadn't heard from. Like I said, a couple things I was lucky to find brands that I had heard of, and there were only a few small choices, because unfortunately I don't have the best dollar store in the world. I live in a small town, and we just kind of take what we can get. And this brand, if I can get it out of the packaging, good lord, is Colormates, and this is what it looks like. So there's some really pretty colors in here. There's some blues and some pinks, purples, and then you've got your neutrals. So, I mean, the colors aren't pretty. Who knows how they'll actually look and feel on, but that's kind of what they look like here, just to give you guys an idea. I'm gonna swatch a little bit. Kind of pigmented. They're there, the pigments are there, so that's just a couple swipes each. Those are the blues. So let's try this one out. For this part, as you can tell, I've gone ahead and zoomed you in just so you can kind of see a little bit more close up as I attempt to play with this eyeshadow palette. There aren't any mattes or anything like that. They're all shimmery shades, so no beige shades in here. And the funny thing is, as I touch the blue, they're pretty pigmented, but as I try to dip my brush in with the more neutral shades, I'm having to really push and try to get it going, and it's kind of going everywhere in the pan, so it's not really as pigmented as those blues were, at least while on the brush. So I'm trying to go in now with that medium purple shade, and like with the nude color, I'm really having to kind of dig in deep in the pan, so to speak, to get any sort of color going on in here. So not very pigmented at all, and you know, what can you really expect for $1? I know I'm not saying that it wasn't a value still, considering you know all these shades, but I just try to be honest with you guys and let you know how I'm feeling about the product and what the results are, so you know if it's right for you or not, if you want to bother spending $1 on this one or $1 on a different one. Now I'm trying that really dark purple. A little better, still not much. I'm scared to try the blues, because if you use a blue shade and it's not super pigmented, it can end up just kind of not coming out real great, and it kind of makes your eyes just look tired, and it makes them look kind of bruised, and you know you already have a lot of purple and blue on the insides of the corner of your eye, which is why a lot of times you'll use a color corrector when putting on your foundation to hide that. So if you put on a blue or a purple, like I'm doing, that's not super pigmented, it doesn't always look great. So, you know, ignoring that, just a little, you know, purple's a little bit better than the blue at least. And blue, like red, can be a little unforgiving when you're playing with it. So. Okay, before I move on, I just want to show you guys, this is kind of what the pan looks like. I don't think you can probably see too well, but if you look a little bit more kind of the top of the pan where my hands are, you can see that there's a lot of fallout. And as I'm looking at my face, all along my nose, all underneath my eyes, there's a ton of fallout. I mean, luckily, the color's not super pigmented, so when you brush it away, you know, it's not going to leave a whole lot of color residue. So I guess there's an upside and a downside to it. Okay, well, I thought I grabbed an eyeliner, and I guess I did, and put it back because I know I reached for one. So don't have an eyeliner to show you guys. Sorry. Although I'm sure my eyes are very grateful for that. So we're just going to move on to mascara, and luckily there is a brand that I have used before and like some of their stuff, and that is LA Girls. This is their, not LA Girls, LA Colors. Don't know where that came from. Anyway, this is the Bold Lash Mascara. Looks like this. It's just kind of like a little tiny one. Look how tiny the brush is. A little stubby. But, you know, it's a brand I've heard of at least, so hopefully it won't, you know, disturb my eyes too much. And, you know, last time I tried a new type of mascara was when they started coming out, when Revlon and CoverGirl, I cannot speak, oh my goodness. CoverGirl started coming out with the more like gel formulas, and of course, being obsessed with makeup, I got excited and decided to try it, and oh my gosh, you guys, my eyes blew up. Like, I could not see. It was like my eyelids were so puffy, and it was just like a major allergic reaction to it. So needless to say, that wasn't the best for me, and hopefully I won't have the same kind of reaction with this. The mascara wasn't bad. It didn't really do a whole lot for me. I mean, it definitely kind of lifted them, my eyelashes a little bit, and darkened them, but it didn't really volumize or lengthen. But I don't hate it. I don't hate the item for only $1. I mean, it was worth it for $1. So this one actually is not a bad product if you want to just be able to go and spend literally $1 on your mascara. This is not a bad product. So I don't hate it, and I'm happy that I don't hate it. And again, I will hopefully not react to it. If I do, I will let you know in the comment section, or not in the comment section, the description section, so you would know that if you also have fairly sensitive skin, don't go for it. But right now, we're doing okay. So I guess we're just gonna keep on going with the LA Color train that I started there, and I'm gonna be using their bronzer. It's just a single blush, BSB Bronze. It says bronzer, I guess it's a blush too. It's just kind of a gold sand type color. So it did come with I already threw it out, sorry, a cheap little brush, but I'm not using it, sorry. Testing out the product, you can't make me use the brush, so at least I'm doing this. Hopefully, oh, that's pigmented, wow. Woo, wasn't expecting that. I was going to say, hopefully this will kind of help set that foundation slash BB cream slash, I don't really know if it did anything type lotion. So, the bronzer, as you can tell, very pigmented. You don't need a lot. So if you want a pigmented bronzer and you only want to spend $1, this is it. But caveat here, it's not blending well. It's kind of having a little bit aggressive with my skin. Just doing a little dab and having to really work to blend this in. It's not wanting to do it on its own. So I'm gonna keep working on this, and I will be back to test the next product. Okay, so I don't hate the bronzer. I did definitely have to work a good amount at it. So if you're looking for something that you're not gonna have to spend a lot of time on, that may not be the best. However, I also don't know if it's because of the BB cream it's not wanting to blend. If I used my regular foundation, or at least another good drugstore foundation, it could potentially blend better. So don't, just put, cross that one off just yet, because I'm gonna actually try that again off camera at some point with a regular foundation to see if it blends a little bit better, because the pigmentation is there, the color's there, and I liked it. So, I didn't hate it. One more by LA Colors is the blush. Got this kind of baby pink. It was either this color or a very dark kind of peach color. It was like gold peach blush. So my pretty pale skin, that's just not gonna work. It's just gonna look like more bronzer, and this stuff was much more powdery and kind of chalky than the bronzer was, so that's kind of interesting since they're by the same brand, but we all know that that doesn't always mean anything. But this color is pale. It is like bubblegum Barbie baby pink, and it's not working well for me. I don't hate the color, just not on me right now. I'll probably like it in the winter when I'm paler, but I don't hate this item either. Again, not crazy pigmented, and whereas I'm not wearing a lot of foundation, I don't really want it to be, because as you guys already know if you've watched any of my other videos, I'm very flushed and I have very rosy cheeks already, so I don't want a ton of blush to emphasize that when I don't have anything hiding it already. So I didn't hate that product either. Again, none of these are really going to be my favorite items ever of all time. I got them at the dollar store, but really the only one I'm just like with is that BB cream. I will not be using that again, but so far the items from LA Colors was not bad. So that last item is by a brand we all know and probably at least like, and that is by Wet n Wild. It is one of their lipsticks. It's in color 510A Light Beige Frost. And it's just one of their more affordable, we'll say, lipsticks. This is what it looks like. I mean, you can already feel it's really wobbly. Can you hear that? Yeah, you can hear it wobbling. I'm not going to shake that too much because then lipstick is going to go everywhere and stain everything, and that won't be good. But This is supposed to be a silk finish lipstick. As you guys know, I just did a full face with Wet n Wild products, and I will link that video down below because I'm kind of curious to see how this compares since I just did that video with all Wet n Wild products. So far, again, I'm pretty sure this particular lipstick is not in one of their higher end for the drugstore type items, but again, it was $1, so really can't complain that much. So this is the color, and I will say I don't hate it. I don't hate the color. I think it's actually a really pretty color, especially for summer. It's very bright, kind of pink, almost got a little bit of a coral undertone to it. I will say, you can tell it is not the best quality, we'll say, to be nice. It has that smell, and I don't know if you guys ever played with children's makeup when you were little, but it smells like children's makeup. It, even when it went on, it just felt very, sorry, cheap. So again, it was only $1, and I do like the color, but I can't get over that kind of that smell and kind of that taste of children's makeup. So here you guys have it, the full look with the dollar store makeup. Again, some of the products I did like, some of them I might like with different foundation, and some of them I really didn't like at all. I didn't like that BB cream, and I wasn't a huge fan of the eyeshadows, but some of the other stuff, the bronzer, the blush, wasn't too bad at all. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section, and make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of these products. If you've tried any other items from the dollar store that you did or did not like, let me know, of course. And if there's any other makeup or products, lines, brands, anything you want me to test out, please let me know. The day I'm filming this, it is National Lipstick Day, so I hope you guys are getting some amazing deals with that, because honestly, those of us that are obsessed with makeup are really excited about today and the deals and everything that's coming out. So I hope you're enjoying it too. I also want to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to do that before you leave. Make sure you don't miss any of the videos I've got coming. And again, make sure you let me know what you think of this video. But in the meantime, until I see you next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.